Hi, so lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet
It was
you.
a fantastic role you just did
Oh, thank
in
you.
the film.
Thanks.
And my first question would be like, what is your knowledge of DID? You play Dr. Fletcher,
Yes.
psychiatrist or
hmm
yeah.
I specifically worked with a friend of mine who's a psychologist in New York who has worked with DID patients, and I gave her the script. I've done several projects with her, actually. We also I did a musical called Grey Gardens at the Bay Street Theater in Sag Harbor in LA last summer, and I worked with her on that as well. And she, for Night's film, Split, I worked with her for a number of weeks, going over every scene very carefully and taking copious notes as to how the character would be behaving moment to moment with her client, and what she'd be going through emotionally and how she would cover that professionally and all of that. So that was very helpful. I've also always been fascinated by the subject matter. I read the book and saw the film Three Faces of Eve that starred Joanne Woodward when I was younger, and then I was fascinated by the book Sybil when I was a few years after that. So the subject matter itself is fascinating to me, and then there's always the opportunity to get to work with Knight, who's one of our great storytellers in film. So the whole thing was a wonderful experience.
And how was that? Because you worked with him before
Mm-hmm.
The Happening.
Yes.
So how was your relationship in working with him as a director?
He's just great. I hope it's safe to say that I consider him a friend. I mean, we have the same mischievous kind of personality. We like to tease each other a lot, and that's really fun on set. It lightens, especially the moments that are very serious and intense in the filmmaking. We like to make each other laugh. And he knows I love him, I adore him, and I think he likes that. So, and I feel as an actress very appreciated by him. He told me that he wrote this part for me, and that's quite a gift for a director to give an actress an opportunity to do good work in the world. And I'm very grateful to him, and I adore him. In fact, when we were making the movie, I said, just do me a favor, Knight. You're so busy. Just always write me a little part in everything you do and call me. I'll come. This is it. I just want to work with you. You're awesome. And James McAvoy, to get to work with him, it was brilliant.
That would be my next question. How was that? You have some fantastic scenes together.
Yeah.
And he varies between characters during your scene, and you're on to that.
Yes.
And how was that? Can you talk a little about that?
We got to rehearse for about a week and a half or something before the film started shooting, and so I met him then. And I have to say, I walked into the rehearsal rooms. I'm like a huge fan of his, so I was a little in awe. And whenever you meet movie star guys, you're always like, I wonder what they're going to be like.
I'm sure it was mutual.
No, well, you're kind to say that, but he's so down to earth, and he's just a very humble man who's very generous of spirit. And in the rehearsal sessions from the very beginning, he just connects with you and trusts you in the process, whatever you give him. He's completely spontaneous as an actor. He's not rigid at all. And so it was just, there was an easy flow to the process of, and then we would do the scenes over. Knight would direct us, and he's a great gift, and I was very blessed to get to work with him.
So your relationship because you have a very impressive career, obviously.
Thank you.
Your relationship with this sort of horror suspense, because I know from Carrie.
Yes.
So what is your relationship with that genre, with this type of?
Oh, that's so funny. I never even think about that, but it's like I guess I do have a relationship with the genre for sure at this point. My first film was Carrie. I played the gym teacher in Miss Collins in that film, and got to work with Brian De Palma, who's also a brilliant filmmaker, obviously. And then I did The Happening for Knight. I play a crazy lady in that. I was happy that Knight, I told him that he'd really evolved, that he let the white-haired lady in this movie at least, be together and not crazy. I said, I think you're really growing, Knight. And I like to tease him. He teases right back, I'll tell you. I did another strange independent film, too, where I play a strange person. But yeah, I like strange characters, and I like classy horror films that tell good stories.
And this was one of those.
I think so.
Fantastic films.
Thank
So
you.
congratulations.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Thank
So
you
nice
so
to
much.
meet you.
Thank
Thank